So I thought I'd make a little video on remembering short numbers like PIN numbers, for example, because if you have a debit or credit card that you don't use a lot, say it's for an account that is very occasionally used, or you have a credit card like I do specifically for holidays because it has a very favourable exchange rate but doesn't give you any points beyond that, so you have a different one for at home, then when you don't use a card very often, like that one for example, I use every 3, maybe 4 months, I can never remember the PIN number and I always have to go and look it up. And you don't really want to write it down on a piece of paper in your wallet, because obviously that's a bit stupid if your wallet gets taken, and you don't equally want to write it down on an app in your phone, because if someone sees a 4 or 6 digit number, then they're pretty certain that it's going to be a PIN number, so you kind of, there's no easier way of disguising it. So I was trying to think of a way that I can remember my PIN number when I went on holiday, and suddenly it occurred to me there is a way of using your phone without anybody realising it. So this is how you do it. If you look at my phone, for example, this is an iOS phone, but this works equally well on Android or I'm not quite sure you can do a Windows phone, but definitely iOS and Android. So you have, as well as apps on their own, you have little groups of apps. So they're called collections on iOS. I think they're just called groups on Android. So what you can do is you can pick any one particular row. So you can either pick a horizontal row, like that one, or you can pick a vertical row, like that one. So it doesn't really matter. If you've got a 4-digit number, then obviously that is advantageous. If you've got a 5-digit number, you could use that bit. If you've got a 6-digit number, you could use that bit. And what you quite simply do is, only you know which row it is, but you arrange the number of apps to represent the number in your PIN. So for example, if this was the row was my PIN number, then the PIN number would be 6, as you can see there's 6 apps there, 5, because there's 5 apps in there, then 6 again, and then 3. So 6, 5, 6, 3 would be my PIN number. And whenever I glance at my phone, I know that's my PIN number, but nobody else is any the wiser. Equally, you could do it on a vertical, so you would have there 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1. So it's as simple as that, so I thought I'd pass that along. So there we go, I hope that's a handy little hint for remembering PIN numbers that you don't use very often when you go on holiday or what have you. And yeah, if you feel it's any good, then feel free to pass the tip along or pass the video along, either works for me.